Byron handed out those magnets last week, right? Vision, we will be a people reflecting Christ's love, devoted to connecting the community to the truth. It didn't stick on my refrigerator, so I put it in the microwave. So every time I open the microwave, it's right there in my face. Eye level, it's perfect. But what is reflecting Christ's love? So I've been thinking about that this week. It's pretty deep. You know, the Bible, the New Testament talks about different types of love. We know the city of Philadelphia, city of brotherly love. That's the kind of love Christ showed for the apostles that he liked very much, and even Lazarus. So that's basically brotherly love, and that's, I don't know, philia, is that how you pronounce that? And then there's another love, family affection. That's easy love, right? The kid's born, it's like you instantly love the kid. And that's called storge. Is that how you pronounce that? Storge. I'm not a Greek expert, but and then what else was there? Well, there's one that's it's not mentioned in the New Testament, but it's called eros, and that's where we get the English word erotic. So the Greek was real specific. So there's another love that I'm going to talk about, agape. And agape love is the love that we want to reflect. So agape has to do with the mind. It is not simply an emotion which raises unbidden in our hearts. It is a principle by which we deliberately live. It is a kind of love that we must have for all men, even our enemies. Matthew 5:44. The Christian must always act out of love in the best interest in his fellow human beings. So that made me think about, as Christ was being grilled, what's the greatest commandment? It's love. You turn over to Matthew 22 and 36. The teacher, which is a great commandment in the law? And he said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the great and first commandment. And a second like unto it is this, Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Of these two commandments the whole law hangeth and the prophets. So love. I mean, that's pretty great, it says. It's first. It's the greatest. So what are the attributes? What are the attributes of agape love? There was a problem in the church in Corinth. Special gifts. Some of the members were given miraculous gifts, and they were abusing them. So I'm going to turn over to 1 Corinthians 13. So the context of that is the abuse of miraculous gifts. A lot of great attributes that we can apply to ourselves. So 1 Corinthians 13, and we're going to read verse 4 and part of verse 8 portion of verse 8. Love suffereth long, and is kind. Love envieth not. Love vaunteth not itself, is not puffed up, does not behave itself unseemingly, seeketh not its own, is not provoked, taketh not account of evil, rejoiceth not in unrighteousness, but rejoiceth with the truth, beareth all things, believeth all things, hopeth all things, endureth all things, love never faileth. So there's more than a dozen descriptions there, descriptive, which regulate the operation of agape love. So I went on to ChristianCourier.com, and there's an article, I'm kind of paraphrasing part of it, but The Challenge of Agape Love, by Wayne Jackson. So you can go on and print the whole lesson now if you like. And what a challenge these attributes are to implement it in our life. I look at some of those and go, wow, those are like sticking a knife in your heart. Love is patient, love does not envy. We read all that, so you know the context. So love is long-suffering. That means patience. You don't get fired up right away. You try to think about what the person's saying, and you got to take it in and react to what they're saying. So the word literally hints of taking a long time to get angry in the New Testament. It has to do with how one should respond to abuse. Love patiently waits and attempts to win over one's adversary. So there's a story about Abraham Lincoln when he was running for president against Edward Stanton. He was a bitter opponent. He made fun of Abraham Lincoln. He said he was, what did he say? He was a clown and a gorilla. And other things. That's not good. That sounds like today's politics. But President Lincoln, after he was elected, he appointed Stanton as a Secretary of War because he felt he was the best man for the job. Like, wow, that's a God we love. And so for the best interest of the country, he wants the best man in there. But later when President Lincoln lay dead from Booth's bullet at the bedside, Stanton cheerfully said, "There lies the greatest ruler of men the world has ever seen. Patience had conquered." That's pretty incredible. So a wise man declared that which makes a man to be desired is his kindness. Proverbs 19:22. Kindness includes attributes like friendliness, compassion, generosity, and tenderness. To be kind is to be godlike. Luke 6:35. That's pretty deep. In a world that is saturated with harshness, a kind disposition is a refreshing breeze. There are many people who would trade a handsome husband for a kind one. Kindness So kindness would stifle the plague of child abuse. So kindness is a hard one. You know, sometimes I'm getting short with my wife, and she says, "Man, you got to be kinder." And it wakes me up. But you know, that's a hard one for me. But you like to be around kind people. Kind people are just you just like to be around them. I don't know what else to say. You don't want to be around people who are making fun and being mean to you all the time. So, more kindness among brothers in the Lord would alleviate so much church trouble. The scriptures demand that we be kind to one another, Ephesians 4:32. So love is not envious. The consuming flames of jealousy are as cruel as hell. Songs of Solomon 8:6. What is jealousy? Jealousy is a feeling of displeasure caused by the prosperity of another, coupled with the desire to wrest the advantage from the person who is the object of one's envy. A loving person will rejoice in the success of others. Jealousy has destroyed many a home and church. Envy was one of the sins responsible for the death of Christ, Matthew 28:18, and Acts 7:9, and Acts 17:5. Love is not boastful. Let another man praise you, and not your own mouth. Proverbs 27:2. Genuine love is selfless. It seeks to extol the virtues of others. Love has words of encouragement for the lonely, the downtrodden, and others who deserve and need uplifting. Love is not arrogant. The original language here denotes one who is inflated with a sense of personal pride. Pride is unreasonable self-esteem, generally accompanied by insolence and rude treatment of others. It deceives the heart, Jeremiah 49:16. Hardens the mind, Daniel 5:20, and results in destruction, Proverbs 16:18. Love is characterized by genuine humility. Love is not rude. The Greek expression here literally suggests the notion of being without form. It encompasses all sorts of evil activity, bad manners, and brutal rudeness. Love doesn't deliberately seek to be offensive. Have you known anyone who took pride in being offensive to you? They just wait for you to make mistakes with you, just jump all over you. Well, that's not the kind of love that we want to reflect. We should be, know you first, thank you, please, and thank you, and be kind. Love is not egocentric. The meaning is love does not pursue its own interest. Love is not selfish. It has been said that there are two kinds of people: those who are always thinking of their rights, and those who concentrate on their responsibilities. Ours is an age of willful selfishness. At least in California, you get on the highway, it's me first attitude, and it's like, when I moved to Idaho, like, man, you can't even get close to a stop block. I'll be 15 feet away, the cars are stopping. It's like, wow. In California, you'd be afraid you're going to get run over. So this is a different climate around here. I love it. So love, not quickly provoked. Love does not have a short fuse. It does not stroll about with a chip on its shoulder. Some folks are cocked, just ready to explode. Their day is ruined if someone does not provide the opportunity for them to give them a piece of their mind. Genuine love does everything possible to avoid combat. If conflict for the truth has to come, so be it. But one should not live in the objective case and kick it at boot. Not a record keeper of mistakes. This description does not mean that love ignores evil. That view would contradict numerous other passages of Scripture. There are times when evil must be exposed, rebuked, and disciplined. Love does not keep score, as in 3 times this month, he has neglected to speak to me. The one who says, I must forgive you, but I will never forget what you did, has miserably failed the test of agape. Love does not harbor bitterness, nor does it plot revenge. And the last one I want to speak on is no pleasure is wrong, only in truth. Since love always seeks the good of others, it can never rejoice when evil prevails. When a brother fails, even an obnoxious one, we should never entertain secret thoughts of satisfaction. That's a hard one. Rejoicing in mortal wickedness is at variance with biblical love and does not have humanity's welfare at heart. Divine love cannot be divorced from objective truth. So this is the kind of love that we should work on reflecting to our community. So that's my Evo for tonight. So if anyone needs to respond to the invitation is open for you to come as we stand.